I don't know about anyone else, but I'm really tired of being told that I'm behind all the time. Everywhere I look, whether it's on the internet, whether it's listening to people just talking, there's always this veneer that progress is being made. And then when I go outside, I see people shuffling around going to work and not really doing very much. And so everybody's just kind of lying. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being made to feel as though I need to continually burn myself out in order to be worth a shit. Because that's not what reality tells me. What reality tells me is that most people put in bare minimum effort into things. And they pretend like they're sacrificing their entire life to work a job or something, right? It's the same with like applying for jobs as well. These jobs that require you to have 3 or 4 years experience working in a field that you've never worked in before and that you've decided to switch into because the other field that you were in sucked. You know, how do they expect you to even know these things? I thought the whole point of getting into a job first is to be trained up first, right? That's part of the process, is that you can move around if you so desire. Okay, there's not these locked in fucking castes of people who are not allowed to move around in society. That you have, if you work in an office environment and you have skills in, Microsoft Office, then that's all you're going to be able to do for the rest of your goddamn life. You have to make that decision early on when you're like 19, 18 of what you want to do. And then that's you locked into place now in a specific fucking caste. And you're not allowed to move. Because they make up bullshit reasons why you can't move around. That you need to have 10 years previous experience working on this particular Microsoft Office application. Oh, well, you can't get the job then because you don't have this. I'm just going to start lying. That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start lying. Because they're lying to me. They're lying to me about how much they need people. They're lying to me about what jobs are on offer as well, because there's plenty of fake jobs out there. You click on the link in Indeed and it says, this link is not available. So why is it sitting there then? Why are they telling me they just uploaded that yesterday? They just uploaded that 2 hours ago. And already they've taken the advert off? And yet apparently they're crying out for workers. That's what I hear on TV. They're crying out for work. Oh, young people just don't want to work anymore. We're part of a big scam. Okay? And I'm not saying anything that is new. I'm not saying anything profound here. I'm just giving it the way I want to say it. Okay? I've made a YouTube channel now. I had one before this one, but I've just deleted all my videos because they were shit. So I thought I'd do more. I thought I'd do more videos and try to really get to the point of what I'm trying to say in life. Because I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people pretending that this is okay. I'm tired of people pretending that this is normal, that this is how things are supposed to be, that young people are locked out of moving around the workplace for some reason. I don't understand it. Are the old people so scared of losing power? Are they trying to consolidate power, even though they're going to die and they can't take it with them? Are they that retarded? It could be. Maybe I just suck, bro. There's always that. There's always that. Maybe I'm just a sucky person who just doesn't have any skills, isn't very intelligent, doesn't have any qualifications, doesn't do... Oh wait, no, that's not true. None of that's true. And when you get a job, the amount of abuse that you have to put up with if you're not in something that you can just sit around and just do it yourself and not have to interact with people, the amount of abuse. You know, if you have to deal with the public, for example, holy shit. People who've worked in retail, people who've worked in sales before, even telephone sales, like, you'll know the general public are horrible, nasty people, and the people working in these places are horrible sometimes too. Although most of them are okay. Most of your colleagues are going to be fine. But they're in just the same situation as you. They can't move around. They're stuck. Right? They might be your age. They might be 20 years older than you, and they're part of the foundations now, right? Part of the building now. So they get annoyed at you, and they try to make you do all these shifts that, well, I wasn't supposed to be doing this shift. This shift was supposed to go to Sally. Well, Sally called in sick because she was hungover. Okay, so I just have to fuck up my weekend then. And come and do Sally's shift because she can't be bothered getting out of bed. Really? But then, God forbid it's me that needs to have a day off or something. And then it's group chats, it's the boss, he's saying we need to make some changes around here. Some people just, you know, are not putting in the effort because I'm not being the golden goose. That was how it was at my last job. Everybody just decided to fuck off on their shifts, and then I had to do all the shifts, and I'd done that for a little while, and then I realised that I'm being exploited. So I stopped doing it, and then as soon as I stopped doing it, then the hammer comes down. I mean, it's just wild. The one piece of advice I would give to anyone is don't show people that you're hardworking. Because the only thing that's going to do is it's going to make people think, I can offshore my fucking work to this guy, and I can get away with less, and I can get paid the same. And then when you stop performing, they get used to your performance very quickly, that you're Mr. Hardworking. And as soon as you stop doing that, all of a sudden it stands out like a sore thumb how lazy you are, how incompetent you are. Oh, you're not doing this right. But somebody else is just hanging around talking to people all the time, and they don't get brought up for it. Nobody brings them up for chatting to people and just not even doing any work. You know? It's all a big social club. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a big social club where everybody lies to each other, and everybody's trying to pretend to be someone that they're not. And everybody's trying to make you feel bad about your life choices all the time because you've decided to do something a bit different. You know, you're not good enough, you're not going to manage, you're not going to do this. Like, I wanted to become a writer, and I've been neglecting my novel for a week, 2 weeks. I've been neglecting it because I think about it and I just think this is fucking hopeless. Nobody's going to want to read this. You know, who reads anyway nowadays? You know, it's eating into my brain these negative fucking opinions about you deciding to strike out and do something you really want to do in life. You know, people they fucking hate that. They hate seeing someone who's capable of pushing themselves out there and doing something. This video's all over the place. I don't even know if I'm contradicting myself or anything, you know. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of everything. I'm tired of just this constant low-level pressure all the time to just have constant wins, you know. That's what it feels like. It feels like you have to constantly win all the time. And if you're not constantly winning, you're a fucking loser. I mean, what am I winning? Like, let's be real, right? Let's be black-pilled right now. I'm going to die one day. And so are you. And so is anybody else listening to this video. We're going to be dead at some point. And you can't take any of this with you. None of your worldly achievements go with you. What you bring with you is your mind, and what you thought, and the opinions that you have, and what you encountered in your life, and all the lessons that you learned about people. That's what you bring to your deathbed. And you bring all the thoughts about the afterlife as well. What's going to happen now? Is this it? Am I finished? And you're going to go through all the things in your life. You're going to say, did I do what I wanted to do? I had all these dreams and ambitions that I wanted to achieve. Did I do any of them? Or did I just make money? Did I just go to work, make money, pay off bills, and just do that for 65 years? Because I had to. And because people told me that if I didn't do that, I'm a fucking loser, I'm a leech, you know, it's just crazy. Like, there are things in my life that I never done, or I couldn't do, but it was outside of my control, right? The things that are in my control, though, I would hate to regret things like that. You know, there are things that never happened for me. I didn't have a very good relationship with my mother. Okay? And I still don't. I would love for that to be different. But she's a lunatic. So I can't. My dad also doesn't have a good relationship with his wife, my mum. Because she's a lunatic. I wish that could have been different. I wish my mother could have been understanding, caring, empathetic. But she's not like that. And she's never been like that. So I don't regret these things. As much as it hurts me to say that I don't have that relationship with my only mother that I'll ever have, I don't regret it. Because it's not something that's in my control, that I could have done something and I didn't. And now I wasted that chance. No. The same with relationships with women, right? I think back to my life, and I don't regret any of it when it comes to dating. I tried my hardest with the women that I thought I could have made something work with, and they just fucking scrambled it. They don't have any fucking interest in maintaining it. And 99% of the time I was putting in more effort than they were, because they weren't really that interested. So again, do I have to regret that? Do I have to feel like I'm not doing enough? Or can I actually say, hey, I'm being failed by other people in my life. Other people are failing me. They're not stepping up. They're not fulfilling their end of it. Okay? Most of the time that's the case. My boss isn't fulfilling his end of the bargain when he says that I have set hours and I'm doing these hours and I'm not going to be fucked around and told to do everybody else's fucking job for them. He can't even do that. My mother's responsibility to be loving, to be understanding, to be womanly. She can't even do that. She's a flying off the handle crazy psycho. Girlfriends, you know, we make this work, we go through tough times, but we make it work. We stick by each other because we know that we love each other. No, they can't do that. The first sign that things are not going the way they want it to, they're off ski. And they're on to the next person. And you are left in the dust. Again, you have to be the one that internalizes all of it and says, maybe it's me that's the problem. Maybe I'm the fucking loser. Maybe I'm the problem. And then everybody on Twitter's telling you, yeah, you're the fucking loser because if you were really cool, she wouldn't have left you. So it doesn't always work that way. Maybe, you know, there are some people out there who actually do their best. And they're just surrounded by bad people. And made to feel like a piece of shit their whole life. Right? Can we admit that? As a society, can we admit that that's the case? And I'm not saying I'm perfect. Of course I've made bad decisions in my life, but I've never made any decisions that I fully regret. Because even if I did make a bad decision, at the time I thought I was informed. And if I wasn't informed, then how was I to know that I made the right decision anyway if I wasn't informed? So I don't regret anything. There's never been a situation where I've done something against my better judgment, knowing that this is the wrong thing to do and done it anyway, and then caused a massive problem. That's never happened before. I've never done that. I mean, I guess smoking cigarettes. I guess that was a mistake. But I enjoyed it. I loved smoking when I used to smoke. It was so calming. I got to sit on the back step alone, not being disturbed by anybody, and I got to have my time to myself after work. I got to have a cigarette, and nobody else was going to annoy me. I just had my cigarette, and I got to just sit on my phone and just relax. It was a nice experience. Now, I don't have that anymore, because I decided to quit smoking because of health reasons, right? I don't want to die of lung cancer if I can help it. So I don't actually regret smoking. And yet, I'm just, the point I'm trying to make is that I'm just constantly being told that I need to feel bad that I'm not achieving enough, when I feel like I'm the only person who actually has any ambition in my life. I'm the only person who actually thinks in a large scale in my life. Everybody else is just living day to day, so how can you tell me that I'm not doing enough when nobody else around me has any ambitions? And my ambitions to become a novelist are so fucking crazy and far out there that they probably won't happen, but at least I'm doing it. At least I'm doing it, bro. You know? And this isn't to say that if you don't have any ambitions that you suck or you're a loser or something. Like, I didn't have any ambitions for fucking ages. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. And I still don't know if I even want to continue this book I'm writing or just scrap it and do something else. Because I'm in the middle of it now, and it gets hard when you're in the middle of writing a book. The beginning is easy, the end is easy, but the middle sucks, bro. It's so difficult. Because you have to tie all these narratives together and keep it interesting all the way through. Yeah, I'm sick of being told that I'm not good enough. I'm sick of being told that I'm not handsome enough, that I'm not tall enough, that I don't have enough money, that I'm not ambitious enough, that I don't have a house and therefore I'm a loser, and I don't have a good enough car so I'm a fucking loser. Like, what do you want me to do, bro? You know, I mean, what are you doing? Like, what are these women doing? Are they self-improving? Or actually, are they on a cocktail of different medications? They're a fucking basket case lunatic. And yet they have these standards that I have to fulfill, and yet there's no selection pressure on them. There's no pressure on them, right? They could just do whatever they want. They can act however they want. Someone will take them. Because men are fucking desperate dogs. It's our fault, ultimately. Porn addicts, people who value having sex as the most important thing in the world. I mean, technically it is, because it brings forth life. But it's not. I mean, why do you think we're in a birth rate crisis? Because they don't want to have kids. They don't have any interest in it. They're not interested. And if they do have a kid, it's with an immigrant, or it's with some fucking drug dealer, or it's with some absolute loser who she's scooped up and she controls with an iron fist and she abuses him. And he just takes it. If you're a regular person, a regular dude who's just not going to take bullshit from people, you're not a drug dealer, you're not an immigrant, and you're not going to take bullshit from anybody, you're fucked. It's just this world is a pointless scam, and I'm fucking fed up with it. I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of the right wing. They never address these things. They always just talk about immigration as if it's the only thing happening. Fucking idiots. It's way more complex than that. That's why I'm not a fucking right-winger anymore. In fact, economically, I'm quite left-wing. Okay? I think there needs to be more done about wealth inequality and about barriers to entry for jobs and things. Because this shit is retarded. Have a good day.